Please like and subscribe.
Collective, welcome to your reading. Collective, this is a general spirit check-in and not a one-to-one spirit check-in, so you might not resonate with all of it or even any of it. But whatever you do resonate with, please take what you need and leave the rest behind. Okay. All right. Cards are exploding. So lots of action within the consciousness of the collective. Spirit, what is the message for the collective? And Spirit, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom of the Most High for those who will be listening to this reading. Thank you. What is the message, Creator? Great mystery for the collective. What does the collective need to hear? And this message is for you whenever you click on it. His messages are timeless, okay? What is the message, Creator? What is the message for the collective? Whoops. Okay. Let's dive in. This is going to be a 9-card spread. Ooh. And the card on the bottom of the deck that supports the entire reading is the Queen of Pentacles upright. Beautiful. I'll be right back, my collective. I'm just going to grab a card. Okay, so I'm just going to cover the lovers, the little naked bodies there. Okay. All right. So the Queen of Pentacles upright. Somebody has come through, or this is a message about somebody that is stepping into their power and the reward of their hard work. Somebody who trusts themselves and who has who's done the work. Someone who has done the work. So, okay, just a minute here. So this is you, collective, right in the middle, the Two of Pentacles. You could be a person that loves change. And look at the tall hat that's stretching up, reaching up into the upper world. So you are, and the Magician 8. The Magician 8. Yes, you're balancing, but you're also in a new level, and a new understanding, a new level maybe this might not be for all of you, but for some of you anyway, you're coming into a new level of understanding of manifestation and also energetic financing, especially at higher dimensions where the more conscious you are, you kind of realize there's nowhere to stand. And that's why I feel that you're kind of shifting your feet, because the ground underneath you, this may not be happening to anybody else. This is happening to you, because we live dimensionally, and you are in a place of powerful rebirth. You've come through quite a battle. You've come through quite a battle, and you're rebalancing. And you understand this. This is not your first rodeo. You understand the energies of before the storm, during the storm, and after the storm. You understand these energies very well. So the Page of Cups in reverse, you kind of knew that there was either you or somebody else had emotional immaturity. There was also someone had a lack of inner joy, maybe a certain smugness, like I'm almost seeing like a reptile, actually. I'm seeing like a reptile, like the old dragons, like Smog, even from The Hobbit, hoarding all this treasure, but not really in a place of joy about it, So I'm seeing like, okay, hold on a second here. Smugness and dissatisfaction, yes. And it led to a ten of swords. So whatever happened here, whatever has happened here, I think someone has kind of hit bottom, or is pinned to the earth under a series of truths. Maybe becoming aware of the way that they've lived their lives. Just becoming aware of their lack of inner joy. I'm just hearing the Creator saying this person is too old to not know themselves. And I'm getting like 40 plus. 40 plus. When we're 0 to 40, we're spirit becoming matter. We're spirit becoming material and matter. When we're 40 onward, we are then matter going back to spirit. So that's why I say, that's why the Creator is saying that this person is too old to not know themselves. So they're aware of their lack of inner joy. They're aware of it. They've had a certain smugness or comfortability about their lives, but I'm feeling that it's not comfortable. I'm seeing an eagle's nest, actually, very interesting. Eagle's nest that has thorns at the very bottom underneath all this down. And the heavier the eaglets get, the lower in the nest they sink until the thorns begin to push up against them. And they have to take flight because it's no longer comfortable. And that's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing, but this is somebody that's well over 40. That's just what the energy signature of what I'm seeing here. So then becoming aware. Yeah, there was a lot of disappointment though, a lot of disappointment. And because of that, it was like, this was almost like its own tower. this sense, and I'm feeling that this disappointment sort of landed in someone's life like a bull, like a buffalo on all 4 feet, like a truth. Boom. And this person realizing the truth, and it was very disappointing. It wasn't what they thought it would be. They had worked really hard. They had hoped for an outcome that would serve all, but the outcome to this person or to somebody was very disappointing. So it led somebody into either overthinking about something, a state of rest, but I'm feeling like it's overthinking. I feel like the overthinking is leading to somebody that kind of gave up. Someone kind of gave up. There was so much disappointment. They went into like months and months and months. This could even be years of disappointment, of overthinking about what happened, going over it over and over and over, like as if they could change it in their mind in some way, but obviously they can't. You can't change the past. But I guess trying to figure out, okay, that's what the creator's saying, trying to figure out a way how to integrate it, how to integrate something that landed in their life very firmly on all 4 feet, that was very disappointing, that impacted you very, very deeply, impacted someone. Could be you, could be them, whoever's energy I'm picking up on. If it's not yours, then it's theirs, whoever they are, but somebody who's in your life. And it led this person to giving up. And when they gave up, oof, when they gave up, it kind of this disappointment brought them into, and the Nine of Cups is like a family energy. It's very emotional energy. This lack of inner joy, very much dissatisfied. I'm feeling like this person was caught in a keeper current. This person was caught in a keeper current. Whatever happened here, this disappointment was the keeper current. And I'm feeling like this person fought against it. And that's why they thought so much about it. They were trying to think their way out of it by going over and over and over it in their head until they exhausted themselves and they gave up with it. And they let the keeper current take them down. They let it take them down. Keeper currents are found in rivers. And if you fight against a keeper current, it'll drown you. So you need to trust it, that it'll take you to the bottom of the river and bring you up on the other side. But when it takes you to the bottom of the river, this is symbolic. You meet with Pluto. You have an appointment with Pluto, where you take back your authority. It's almost like visiting the land of the dead and needing to settle a score with yourself. Not even settle a score, that's not the right language. Clean something up. Settle something unresolved with yourself. You lost your power, and whatever happened here in your life, in someone's life, this disappointment was a keeper current that was designed to take you down so you could face that part of yourself. It was an opportunity to enter the lower dimensions on your own behalf. But this wasn't by choice. This was like an alchemical storm within you. That's what keeper currents are. The current is you. It's your own, it's us. I don't want to just say you. It's us. It's all of us. When we get triggered, we become our own downward spiral. That's the keeper current. Can you hear this? And when we follow that downward spiral, if we have no control over it, if we can't talk ourselves out of it, if we can't elevate it, if we can't break the spell, then it's a keeper current and an appointment with Pluto. And that's what I'm seeing, is that this person gave up and let the current take them down to the bottom. They had a sense of at first they had a sense of impatience, then uneasiness, a lot of anxiety, unwise investments, worked without any results, and that's what made them give up. Is they couldn't fight this keeper current, they couldn't fight what was happening. They had to just surrender and let this experience take them where they needed to go. Let this experience take them where they know they needed to go. And what this experience was designed for was to take them there. It's designed, all of our experiences are designed for each of us in their own special way. That's why I call this medicine from your mystery, because it is a mystery. You know, it's so intimate. The universe is so intimate with each of us. So anyway, okay, so here we are in the Nine of Cups now. And this is family energy. This is very, just like I said earlier, a lack of inner joy, a sense of smugness about it, like a sense of satisfaction within the lack of joy. But yet, not even satisfaction. Let me say, like, me put a different word. A sense of familiarity. There's comfort in familiarity, but it doesn't mean you're satisfied. You know, a person may be in a shitty job that pays their bills, but they're not happy. They're not satisfied. They don't feel fulfilled. That's what I mean. So, and that's what I'm feeling. This wasn't a job. This was a role within a family, and somebody had a lack of joy, but there was a sense of familiarity, safety in it, a sense of safety in it, even though that safety wasn't satisfying. It's like the safety of not even safety. There's a sense of familiarity about it, and that's what makes it feel safe, but it's not safe. It's like a paradox. What's safe is unsafe. What's unsafe is safe. And this is the language of the soul. This is the language of paradox. So here you are within the family energy, and you're feeling, you're aware of it. You're aware of it. There was a lot of grieving. I'm feeling that you allowed this keeper current to take you, or somebody did allow this keeper current to take them down to the bottom to meet the heart of the issue. And coming up on the other side, they begin to rebalance. Now they're tuned to the higher dimensions. Can you see that? Your feet, while other ships are getting the shit kicked out of them by the tumultuous waters of very rapidly changing times that we're in, there's somebody here, you or somebody you know, is balanced in the imbalance. Finding balance in the constant movement. Almost like it's a dance. The dance of life. But there was a lack of understanding. Somebody had a lack of understanding. I think they took this disappointment so very personally. They thought they just invested so much into a certain way, in a certain direction, a certain thing, a certain person, certain place, certain job, whatever. They invested heavily, And when this disappointment came, they took it so personal, but they had a lack of understanding that this was a rite of passage. It was a rite of passage into their high priestess. And this is the birthing, the beginning of the high priestess. They had to go through this. You don't enter into the wisdom of the high priestess without being crushed, without already having done some groundwork on yourself, knowing where you have been crushed, acknowledging it. Most people don't want to acknowledge their wounds. Most of us are introduced to ourselves through our pain. So that's what I'm seeing here too, is that this is what happened to somebody, but this is also what somebody is aware has happened to them. So they've processed it. Having an understanding of how this was serving them, how this was helped them remain flexible, and beginning to develop the high priestess energy within them. But in the developing the high priestess energy within them, they had to go through, like I said, the keeper current, allowing it to take them down to the very bottom, where once they get to the bottom and they understand why this current had power over them, why they got caught in a alchemical cyclone within them when this disappointment landed on the earth in their lives. When they were able to look at that and understand how that situation had power over them, how it affected them so greatly, those 10 of swords became one truth. One truth that you found in the underworld, that you found at the bottom when you allowed this keeper current to take you down, because you were pinned under, you were somebody who was pinned to the earth. And when you did the work and you went within, and this is over this is over a process. This isn't you just go in there and do the thinking and then you're done. Like no. This is months and months, even years of processing, processing, thinking, feeling, crying, being angry. This is devastating, absolutely devastating. And most people avoid this place. But whoever you are, you didn't. You went into this, you climbed in. Like Ram Dass would say, really climb in. He's talking about our grief, like climb into it. And you did. And when you found the truth, you found you in the underworld. Now the underworld is not some hostile place. Now the underworld is somewhere very intimate to you, that supports you, that is very mysterious. It is intimately you. You find that your darkness is your divinity, because it released to you a truth that now supports you. And that truth was found in the underworld within you. The intelligence behind giving your power away. The intelligence behind the trauma you had to go through. And understanding that it just bolsters you. It just bolsters you from the inside. The underworld is within you. It's not outside of you, it's inside of you. It's the darkest place. And in that, the truth you found was that you were out of balance. Your male and female energies, somebody failed to meet the test in your life. There was separation, frustration in love, maybe even in marriage, but in some sort of a relationship. And there was a failure to meet the test. There was devastation. There was devastation. Whoops, this was like this. But the devastation needed to happen because it showed you that this had been going on for a long time. You had just been used to somebody always failing to meet the test, always never meeting you where you needed to be met. Mental health is meeting yourself and others where they are, not where we want them to be. And that requires the work and the vision to see beyond ourselves. So that requires us to know ourselves, know who we are, know who we aren't, so we can make room for the other people in our lives who need us. And this is what you found in you, is that you were out of balance. You were out of balance because you were entertaining a love and a relationship that left you unfulfilled. This truth that landed in your life that was so disappointing would have ramifications that would echo into your future and reveal to you why this was so devastating. When this landed in your life, it was energetic, it was an emotional thing that you had yet to still unfold and understand. And once you did, once you understood that you had grown used to and accustomed and familiar with a one-sided relationship, and it wasn't on your side, that's when you were released out of an inner hell that you kept yourself in, and you're out. You're out. Because you did the work. This is why the Queen of Pentacles energy is here, because you did the work. You went to the bottom. This is shamanic work right here. This is shamanic work. And this is not just one episode of listening to a drumming thing and going, maybe it could be, maybe it is. It could very well be a one session time thing, depending on many different variables. But what I'm getting for the most part is that this is over a long period of time. That your relationship with going down into the underworld was over a time span of like several months, if not even several years. But coming up on the other side of that, you do, and you come out on the other side of this intact and even more, because you have a piece of yourself now. You have more of yourself. You have more of you than you had when you went in. Can you hear what I'm saying? Way more. Way more. And what's under that? The King of Cups in reverse. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you were dealing with people that were very, very merciless, shifty in their dealings with you, temperamental with you, intensely evil with you, probably with other people, but this is just, in this reading, we're talking about you and this person. Okay, let's do some clarification. Creator, what is the Nine of Cups in reverse? What is the Nine of Cups in reverse, Creator? This is so very, very beautiful. You know, not a lot of people follow a keeper current down to the bottom. In fact, most people don't. Yeah, that's family, like I said. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. You beautiful soul, you. So knowing that you had a lack of joy in this role you were stuck in within this family, this role that was imbalanced, that didn't have your best interest. And I'm getting, or this is not necessarily with family, but it could be with people that feel like family. There we are, a lack of success. Yeah, defeated. Almost like at the last minute to lose something that was within your grasp. And I feel like that's how it felt. I'm feeling like that's how it felt to you. That was the illusion, that was the lie, because it was never within your grasp. It was never within your grasp. It was never ever balanced. They let you believe it was within your grasp. That's why it felt so devastating and brought so much conflict. You know, lack of support. You feel like you lost your home, or you lost how do I say this? You felt like you lost your home, or a surrogate home, a place that you had known as home. But you discovered the grief lasted as long as it did until it didn't. And even though losing your home, it released you to your own sense of adventure, in search of your home, in search of you. And you find it. You found it. You found yourself. That's what I mean. At the bottom of the keeper current, you allowed this to take you down to the bottom. And you found you, your inner joy. And this is what gave you the strength to leave one sense of home, because even though this very much you felt like you lost it, you still had to let go of it within you. You still had to do the work to move away from it inside of you and to let go of it. So your planning and your strategizing began. What is the Four of Swords, Creator? Oh, look at this. Oh, what beautiful cards. Oh my gosh. Remember when I said you were trying to think your way out of this, or somebody was trying to think their way out of this by overthinking? Well, something happened. Something broke within you that led someone to give up on the whole process and surrender to the keeper current. So you did. You went within. You went within. You went into hermit mode. You went into yourself to find the answers that you needed. Just like it's saying here, this action card, you going within to find home, you went in to find home. You were overthinking, but it was not that you were overthinking, you were like strategizing, because the way forward now, the way in was now open to you. When you let go of these people, the way in opened and you went in. You totally went in. And you removed an authority, a mother authority out of your life, out of yourself, out of the seat of your soul. This mother authority was sitting in the seat of your soul. Somebody who was very much of a martyr. A martyr. That's what the Queen of Cups in reverse represents. Somebody who's a martyr, who is insecure, and who is codependent, has a dependence on something, on somebody else, or maybe on something. But you removed a mother energy, a martyring energy. Maybe it's your own martyring energy. I'm getting it is, but I'm getting that it's also connected to a feminine role model. Doesn't necessarily have to be your mother. It could be a boss, it could be an older friend, an older sibling, an auntie, a neighbor. It could be the waitress down the road that you know, who knows? But this is somebody who's impacted you. Somebody deeply, because they were sitting in the seat of your soul. So maybe not the waitress down the road, but it could be. Maybe you went to the restaurant for, a long time. Who knows? Who knows? But it's somebody who sat in the seat of your soul. And when you saw the truth and this disappointment came down, it was a game changer. It was a game changer because it was this far into the relationship. I'm just hearing because it was this far in. It's different if that happened at the beginning. But this was a long-standing relationship with somebody. And some sort of disappointment landed, boom, onto the earth. Disappointments come, but not when they penetrate your heart and not this far in. However long but I'm getting this is like long. This is long. Someone was very careless with you, or somebody was very careless with somebody else. Some sort of a feminine role model or something was very careless. Because I'm getting that's who the disappointment was about. When you did this, or whoever did this, when they got rid of the mother energy or the female feminine role model energy, maybe their own energy, they went through a lot of delays. They had a lot of fear, a lot of apprehension about this. They felt like, I'm getting the word taboo, and I don't mean like, okay, let me say it this way. I'm getting the word forbidden, like this was forbidden. But there was, it was done methodically, even though there was a sense of heaviness about it, very laborious, like very laborious. But whoever this is was very patient and very clever. Like I said, this far in. When something like this comes in to hurt you from the other person, 10 years in, 20 years in, like, what? What? Yeah, people make mistakes, but no, this didn't feel like this was something that was emotionally immature. This was like, no. Or somebody just took you for granted. But whoever this was, who this disappointment landed into, they're very patient, very clever, very methodical to heal. And that was their goal. This is what they were longing for. Is to have a sense of healing because of what had happened with people that felt like family, this 9 of Cups energy here. Creator, what is the new deck? What is the High Priestess in reverse? Oh, the Hierophants. The 5 of Wands in reverse, the 4 of Wands in reverse, the Devil, and the Queen of Swords upright. Oh. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Because you going into vitriol, you or somebody else going into vitriol, going into hermit mode to remove something that you knew was not, you were after this. This is you sitting in the seat of your own soul. But like Christ said, we can't serve 2 masters. You can serve only one, and it must be you. It must be the authentic you. So you choosing to heal, this is what you wanted. This is what brings you into your higher power, your connection to your higher power. Very, very connected to your higher power. A lot of divine wisdom. You're very kind. You're a very kind person. Authentically kind. And whatever happened here, you had a sense you were tired of fighting about it. You did not want to fight about this anymore. You wanted to heal. You didn't want to fight about it. No more conflicts. You reached a level of acceptance about it. And not only acceptance, but you also understand the complexity of your situation. Families are complex. Dynamics are complex. They just are. The complexity of your situation, of finding your way home, and having to go up against your own attachments, your own fears. And in going up against your own fears, I'll just cover that card with that. There we go. Going up against your own fears and facing, this is what happened when you went into vitriol. This was the development of your high priestess energy. Okay? It's getting connected first to your Hierophant energy, your high priest energy, which is action oriented, coming into a level of not wanting to fight anymore, understanding the complexity of it, the complexity of finding your way home into the true you, into the high priestess within you, and having to go up against the worst part of you and your addictions, your attachments. And while you were doing this, you were like a snake shedding its skin. Whoever you were dealing with saw you as brutal, cruel, and bitter, cold-hearted. But you were just protecting yourself. You were just protecting yourself. That's what I'm seeing. This person that was going into this was just protecting themselves. Rightfully so. And whoever saw you as, whoever saw that person or saw this person as cold, bitter, and cold-hearted and cruel, they obviously have never descended into their own shadow. Otherwise, they would understand where you are. And even if this isn't that person, maybe this is you that saw it yourself harden to the world. I'm feeling like you had to see the truth about the world. That's what I'm seeing. In order to heal from this and this family situation so that you never ended up in this kind of a relationship contract cycle ever again, this happened so you could see the world, and this is you seeing the world as it truly is. Seeing the complexity of the world, coming close, getting connected to the divine, then understanding the complexity of the world. Things are not just simple, they're complex. And so was your search for home. And you realize that a lot of people aren't home. A lot of people are in chains. There's the male and female energies are both in chains. They're chained up. They're not home. And a lot of people are, and you becoming aware of the world as it is. You kind of took your rose-colored glasses off, or whatever happened, maybe the impact of this disappointment shattered them. And you were then left to see the world as it really is. And you needed to go into vitriol and face you. Remove a perception that couldn't support this. This family perception couldn't support carrying this. Meaning being conscious of it and knowing it's there, knowing it's a truth about the world, about ourselves, about each other. They didn't have the energetic financing. Whoever this was, this mother energy, this feminine role model, the family energy, the Nine of Cups energy could not support, energetically support this truth. They run from this truth. They avoid it. They deny it. They sugarcoat it. They spiritually bypass it. But they don't acknowledge it. Am I taking these? Yes. Okay. That's over the Lovers in reverse. The Empress. The Nine of Swords upright. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. See, here we go. Let me show you this card here. See all the little symbols inside the blue? Those are all the symbols of the zodiac. Okay? So that's what's covering this person. Covering their legs, their roots. Their roots stem back into the cosmos. All of our roots do. Okay, 2 more cards, please, Creator. I'm not sure if I recut them or not, but... Ooh, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so you doing some hard work, very hard work, and seeing the truth about yourself. Yeah, you see the truth about the world, but now you need to integrate this truth into yourself. And you see this truth with the power of the Empress, the clarity of the Empress, the authority of the Empress. You went into the truth of this Ten of Swords. You went into it. It was very shamanic, and you had the spirit guides around you, the power of the cosmos supporting you, your own roots, your ancestry supporting you. You're able to either face your own animalistic nature, your own tendency to greed, like your own tendency to be greedy. Like, you know, in Buddhism, there's 3 types of people. There is greed. There are 3 levels of 3 experiences: greed, aversion, and fantasy. Greed, aversion, and delusion. That's what it is. Greed, aversion, and delusion. Those are the 3 stances to which we see the world through. And so you were able to lay hold of your own greed. You're able to go into this. It's almost like you went into a meditation, into the quietness of your mind, and met your mind in the darkness and quietness of the night. So the night meaning when you go through a time where there is very little light, little truth, heaviness of no light, heaviness of the darkness, isolation, aloneness. What is that saying? In the darkness, even your shadow will abandon you. So here you are in the darkness. Your shadow that protects you has abandoned you, leaving you exposed to the truths now. And you can now go into the crystal cave within you and face your own King of Pentacles in reverse. You know, we all have to face our own animalistic nature, all of us. Our stupidity, our corruption, our greed, all of us. We all have to, you know, a leader that refuses to be challenged becomes a tyrant, becomes a greedy tyrant. And we have this capacity. This is a tyrant. The King of Pentacles is a tyrant because he doesn't want to be challenged, his authority. So you had to go into that, to lay hold of this and see this within you. It's one thing to see it in the world. It's another thing to see it in yourself. How are you're asking yourself, or whoever this person is, maybe it's not you, maybe it's who you're dealing with. But this person is saying, how have I been contributing to this? Devil energy. And with that, when you lay hold of this within yourself, when you become aware of this in yourself, just the fact that you can lay hold of that truth illuminates in you that you are standing on the truth. You always were. The fact that you can go into these places with your Empress energy means you are standing on the covenant of you, standing on your truth. And it brings you into the service of the Knight of Pentacles. Will bring you into the service of the Knight of Pentacles, of how this serves you. Understanding that you can teach from the place, you understand what it means to be out of balance. You understand what it means to be nurturing a relationship that didn't have your back. A relationship that had been hurting you. And yes, you're very methodical, very patient, very clever. And that was exactly what was needed to get you out of an inner hell. And you were there because you loved these people. You kept yourself there because you loved these people. And I think you waited so long to make sure to find out. You waited until the relationship worked until it didn't. And when this disappointment came in and rocked your world, this was the beginning of the end. This was the beginning of your end. I'm getting there was a series of these. Like many disappointments, many betrayals, many humiliations, many shaming. Okay, Creator, can we have an Egyptian God's Oracle card, please, to close off this reading? So you definitely did the work. And you releasing yourself releases you. You have an incredible amount of abundance in you because of where you've come from, because of the knowledge and experience you hold within you. You didn't go through decades of hell for nothing. You have a great abundance of energetic financing because of your experiences. You are definitely the Queen of Pentacles. Definitely. Long-suffering, persevering, patient, enduring. That is you. Look at what you went through to get here. You don't land there without those qualities, without those characteristics, without those values and qualities and capacities. They're probably more about capacity than anything else, because you had the capacity to endure, you had the capacity to persevere, you had the capacity to long suffer, you had the capacity to be patient and to wait. Perseverance, look at this. Are you kidding me? Beautiful energy, beautiful perseverance. Okay, Neath, number 26, when broken down, that becomes an 8. That is multi-dimensional energy. So the Creator's not done with you yet. You're going to be going through more dimensions of you, beautiful, of your power. Look at you're released now. You kind of like went through the keeper current, and now you're going to come up on the other side. The Creator is going to elevate you now. Now it's time to fly. It's time to fly. The Creator's not done with you yet. Perseverance, a great, unique, and mysterious divinity, mother of the universe, of the sun Ra, conceived while remaining a virgin, warrior and hunting goddess, creator of warrior weapons and guardian of the dead in battle, but also protectress of peace at home, of weaving, a deity that wove the whole world and existence. She represents determination, challenges, intelligence, and knowledge of the truth. Oof. Oof. Really? Neath guides you in achieving a goal. Do not give up hope. Neath urges you to persevere. She will protect you if you put your heart into working hard and intelligently. And that's what you've been doing. That's exactly what you've been doing, purifying yourself. Beautiful. So I feel that this is time now to fly. The Creator is now, you have elevated yourself. This is a dimensional thing. This is a dimensional thing. This isn't a destination now. This is your experience of you and the abundance you carry within you. Whatever has happened, I see the Creator is basically like ground you, and like another reading, I was seeing like grinding someone so the Creator could mold you. You were malleable in the Creator's hands. And this is what I'm seeing. Now the Creator's going to mold you. Lift you up. You've gone through the underworld. This is the 26, which is an 8. Now I understand this card. Now I understand this card. You went through the underworld, and now you're going to be going up into the upper realms. You are connected to the tumult within your feet, on the earth, but you're also connected to the higher dimensions. So this experience has been the lower dimension, the lower pinnacle of the underworld, that you dance with the upper worlds. You're definitely a shaman. Whoever I'm speaking to definitely has shamanic capacities. All right, I'm going to leave that here. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. What an honor to read this reading. Incredible. And you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. All righty.